have to be very quiet because we spotted a Ram Power Wagon in its natural environment in the wild. Now, if we're very lucky, we'll get it frolicking in the snow. That's one of nature's greatest spectacles. Come on, you can do it. You can make the turn, truck. You can do it. What's the most off-road worthy truck you can buy? Now, if I were designing a truck to be very off-road worthy, I'd probably make it very tall, give it front and rear locking diffs, meaty axles, perhaps Wrangler Duratrack tires, throw in a factory installed winch for good options. How about a 6.4 liter Hemi? I'd call that truck a Power Wagon. And coming up right now in the Fast Lane Truck, we're going to find out just how off-road worthy this Power Wagon is by taking it up a snowy gold mine hill. Gold Mine Hill. There are 3 stages to Gold Mine Hill. The first stage is a very steep incline, at which point we get to a turn. If I make it up that far, I stop. I try to go around the turn. If I make it up that far, I go to the very hard part, which is a final incline. That's stage 3. That's where the Raptor went into a ditch and had to be winched out. So I'm hoping that we won't have to be doing much winching today, but we shall see. Now, I've got everything set in as much off-road mode as I can get it, which means I've got the rear diff lock, the front diff lock. I even disconnected the sway bar, which you can do on the Power Wagon. Not sure you need to do that, but that's more of a rock crawling thing. But you know what? I've got it, so let's disconnect it. All right, here we go. Stage 1 of Gold Mine Hill. Oh, you almost need 2 hands to open this because under the hood is a Hemi, a 6.4 liter proper American V8 that puts out 410 horsepower and 429 pound-feet of torque. It feeds all 4 wheels via a 6-speed automatic transmission. All right, those are all the numbers, but what's really cool under here is this. It's a winch. It's a factory-installed winch. The only factory-installed winch you can get in an American manufactured vehicle. Bit of momentum up here, and I'm gonna bring in my mirrors because this is such a wide truck, and that's the only part that worries me. It's so wide and it's so heavy that if it starts to go down the hill on its own, I'm gonna be a passenger and not a driver any longer. But so far, it's eating it up. I am not working hard at all. Now here comes the tricky part because I've got the turn coming and I've got 2 trees that I have to negotiate around. And oh my gosh, this is never easy. All right, here we go. I'm gonna stop. Unlike the Titan and the Raptor, which we also took up Gold Mine Hill, both of which did not make it, this is a proper heavy-duty truck with all the fun Ram-specific toys like this Ram toolbox. Now, the Power Wagon has been around a long time. In fact, since the Second World War. After the war, this became a truck of choice for farmers with power takeoff, so you could do things like, well, saw wood with it. Question, of course, is will it do better up Gold Mine Hill than the Raptor and the Titan? Only one way to find out. Stage 1 was easy. This truck made it look easy, even though it's as wide as a super tanker. I'm a little nervous about stage 2 because there are 2 trees that are right next to me, and this thing is a beast. But you know what? It's got tons of grip, and so far it hasn't put a wheel wrong. Here I go, right past the tree. Oh, so close. I got momentum. I'm just gonna keep the momentum going and make this turn. Come on, you can do it. You can make the turn, truck. You can do it. You can do it. I think it's gonna do it. I think it's gonna do it. This is incredible. Oh my God, we're here at the gold mine. And I broke a sweat. The truck barely broke a sweat. I mean, stage 2 is complete. Now stage 3 is even hairier because there's a ditch and of course 2 trees that I can also run into. You want the good news or the bad news? Well, let me give you the good news first. This is a ruddy big truck, about as big as they get without going to full-on dually. But that also means that it's heavy and that it's wide. So going up Goldmine Hill is going to be a little tricky. It's also relatively expensive at just over $57,000. This ain't your typical work truck. But on the good news side, it does seat 6. And when you're here in the Colorado Rockies, you feel like you can, well, you can own the entire world. What does a Power Wagon compete with? Well, the new Raptor won't be around until 2017, so that's really not a competing truck. Toyota has the TRD Pro Tundra, but that's a half-ton truck. Chevy does a Z71 package in their heavy-duty trucks, so that sort of kind of competes. And of course, Nissan has a new Titan Pro 4X XD, but that's kind of a tweener truck. So the Power Wagon kind of is in a class of its own. We got this far with the Land Cruiser, but it took a lot more drama, and we got this far with the Raptor, and it took a lot more drama. We did not get this far with the Titan. It just didn't have the grip to get up this high, as you can see in the video. But here comes the steep part. This is steep and deep, the last part of the gold mine. There's a big cutout area there where the left side of the truck just falls into a ditch, and then it's got to get grip and actually go up both sides. So hopefully by disconnecting the sway bar, I'll be okay. All right, here comes stage 3. My heart's a pounding, guys, and not just because we're at, oh, I don't know, 10,000 feet above sea level and air is thin and rarefied in here. All right, Power Wagon, I'm gonna put my faith in the technology and all that provenance. This is gonna be slow because it would be so easy to hit a tree here. It's so easy. Oh, you can see the truck knows that there is a potential tree right there. Come on, up and over. This is where the Raptor slid into the ditch. Ah, yes! Oh my God, was I nervous. I did not want to make a phone call to Ram saying I just crushed the side of the Power Wagon against the tree, but I'm impressed. I am very seriously impressed. This thing did it in the snow with no sweat. Results speak for themselves. The Power Wagon is this wide. It's a heavy-duty truck, and if you look down there, those 3 trees, they're this wide too. How we managed to string through that needle, I don't know, but we did it with this massive truck. You know, it's just good basics. First and foremost, these Wrangler Duratracs with these big lugs and these sipes just dig into the snow. I've heard the Bridgestone KO2s are good, but these guys, well, they didn't put a wheel wrong. Also, you get a locking front and a rear diff, disconnectable sway bars, plenty of power, and the truck makes it look easy. On the TFL scale of 5 snowflakes, 5 being the best, the Power Wagon gets a 6. As always, this is Roman reporting for the Fast Lane Truck. Check out tfltruck.com for more news, views, and of course, crazy-ass Power Wagon off-road snowy reviews. That was so close. We came so close to having to pick up the phone and call Ram and apologize. Not good. How about we switch to low?
Okay, neutral for low.
We also have the button on the left there for rear locker.
I think, yeah, I'll give the rear locker a try.
Yeah, how about that? We're not to our turn yet. Normally we go up, right?
Yeah.
What we normally do, we go up, we stop and make a turn.